Hey guys, Twiglets2 here. If you're considering purchasing the DLCs for Frostpunk, this video will start with a brief overview of what's on offer, which on its own may be enough to help you make a decision, but if not, we'll then delve into more detail to help you decide which DLC, if any, is right for you. Firstly, for those of you who just want a too long didn't read summary, Frostpunk has 3 DLCs that vary greatly in scope, quality and size. We're going to start with The Last Autumn, which is a fantastic DLC by any measure. It introduces a new prequel story that is similar in size and quality to the original. It's not just a strong story though, there are several new and interesting mechanics for you to sink your teeth into, along with new books of laws, technologies, buildings and more. So if you're a Frostpunk fan and simply want more of it, this is the DLC for you. The Rifts is at the other end of the spectrum. It's not so much bad, it just doesn't offer much content. There's a new endless mode map, which allows you to build bridges. An average concept with average execution, but given the low number of changes, it could have just as easily been a free update for the base game. Finally, we have On the Edge, which is somewhere between the other two in both quantity of content and quality of execution. The new story is set after the original, where you act as an outpost for New London. There are several new mechanics for trading, diplomacy, some new structures, and it's pretty decent, but simply isn't as big or engaging as the original game, or The Last Autumn. Fortunately, the differences in these DLCs is reflected in the price, with The Last Autumn being most expensive, and the Rifts being the cheapest. Beyond this point in the video, I'm going to go into more detail, so if you've already decided you want one of these DLCs and want to experience everything fresh for yourself, it's probably best to stop watching here. Not that there will be any big spoilers, just more detail for those that are still undecided. The Last Autumn takes place before the frost has descended on society. You're tasked with constructing a generator for Site 113, while civilization is still very much alive and kicking. As such, this DLC opens up a huge amount of Frostpunk lore for those interested in the events leading up to the original game. As the name suggests, you don't have to worry about the cold at first, but new issues that you do face are worker safety and the potential for your workers to go on strike. You can use up precious resources to construct buildings that pump away dangerous gases. You can introduce safety measures to keep workers happy and safe, but it'll take longer for them to do the same amount of work. You can simply work them harder, but then they're more likely to strike, and then you have to enter negotiations. Above all, whatever it takes, you must finish the generator, each stage of completion having an agreed deadline. You start the scenario in regular contact with your superiors back in London, who send you shipments of people and materials. Although you can still explore the frozen wasteland and gather resources for yourself, the resources are largely supplied by building docks and ensuring an efficient unloading routine to give you what you need when you need it. That is, until the world starts to change and the frost approaches, then everything becomes more desperate, and so do your choices. The new books of laws give you a refreshing set of choices based on this new scenario, but this is still very much Frostpunk. Amongst the new challenges, there is still the familiar Frostpunk heartbeat that you'll recognize immediately if you're fresh from the base game. A social divide appears between the engineers and the workers, leaving you to walk a fine line or outright choose sides. Before long, your Site 113 may look more like a prison camp using slave labor, but that choice is yours. In addition to this new scenario, for those of you who like the endless modes, you get a new builder's version where you have to build the generator, which adds a bit of longevity to the DLC. The rifts won't take long to explain at all. It's a new endless mode map. Not a new endless mode, just a map you can select within the current ones you have. And this is the only map where you can build bridges. You have to build them to access certain resources which are on the other side of the ravines or rifts. That's it. That's literally it. And the challenge of accessing resources by building bridges is closer to annoying than it is challenging. Then finally we have On the Edge, which is set after the story of the base game, and the main attraction is a new scenario where you are an outpost that answers to New London. The city will be sending you food, while your job is to extract steel and send shipments back to the city. At first, this arrangement works well, but you notice that New London starts demanding more from you while delivering less. They also dictate which laws are unlocked, so all in all, the population of your outpost are starting to like the idea of fending for themselves and potentially breaking away from your increasingly demanding New London overlords. The Frostland has seen a decent overhaul. As you explore your surroundings, you find potential new sources of food and other settlements to establish relations and trade with. But going behind New London's back only remains unnoticed for so long, leading to a confrontation and a choice of whether to remain subservient to New London or break away, with all the potential risks and rewards that come with independence. That's only the beginning. There are many twists and turns along the way as your relations with various newfound friends and your old masters back in New London are strained, broken, and remade by the harsh Frostpunk environment we've come to know and love. Although setting up a trade network is a cool idea, the reality is when you run out of something, you click a few buttons to order it from someone else, taking away those feelings that the original Frostpunk gave you of loneliness, desperation, and elation as you balance your resources in the nick of time. As a result, you may find it's not as fulfilling as the original game, although there are multiple endings which adds an element of replayability to the scenario. Alas, there is no new Book of Laws in this DLC. That isn't the end of the story though. I could sit here and say, if you like Frostpunk, just buy The Last Autumn when it's on sale and pretend the other two don't exist. The thing is, those other two aren't bad, it's just everything is a bit too expensive. Now, over time, this has all become cheaper individually, but what you want is the Season Pass. A bundle for those who already own the base game, which includes all of the DLCs and some bonus music and digital art, which is nice. At full price, it's a bit expensive, but in the regular sales, you can pick it up with a 76% discount, bringing the price down to $8.56, £6.79, or €8.31. Getting all of that content for that sales price is tempting, because adding that to the base game results in a serious amount of Frostpunk content. Even that little map with the bridges in the rifts forms a small part of a big Frostpunk puzzle that could keep you happy for many months, if not years. If you love Frostpunk and want more, I have no hesitation in recommending purchasing the Season Pass when it's on sale. I simply can't see you regretting it. If you found this video useful, please leave us a like and consider subscribing for more strategy reviews and general gaming content. See ya.